4 months ago.
We're thinking about some characters from Hazbin Hotel.
Hazbin Hotel.
Hazbin Hotel.
Hazbin Hotel.
Hazbin Hotel.
Today.
We actually cancelled this project, but in the spirit of Halloween...
But Halloween was like a week ago.
But in the spirit of bringing things back to life...
But it's not also Easter.
We're making Vaggie from Hazbin Hotel. And a perfect candidate for her will be a grey smart doll, because Vaggie's actually an and they have grey skin.
Don't spoil anything. I'll make sure you won't spoil anything.
She's gone!
How did it happen? But first, this video is sponsored by you. If you watch our channel without an ad block, or have YouTube Premium, or support us on our Patreon or membership, or buy our patterns and merchandise, you are the reason this channel exists. Thank you, and please don't stop.
Cartoon characters can have very elaborate designs, but they can also have very plain ones, and Vaggie's is in the second category.
So I took it upon myself to elevate her outfit by giving it a little bit of visual texture while not changing the design completely. I chose to elevate the shirt by adding a corset-like bodice with sewn cups, as this complements the medium bust well, and chose this red satin from the stash of fabric of dubious origin, aka my fabric hoard. These days, I like to draw my patterns on the wrong side of the fabric by the Cricut and cut it out by hand because I don't have the roller wheelie for the Cricut. That way, I can see all the lines while I sew. I just need to get the official pens because I can't seem to be able to use mine with any of the adapters that I've tried.
Is this more evil than the sewing supplies and the cookies?
I kept the collar and sleeve cuffs black to make sure it evokes Vaggie's original shirt. I used the fusible tape to hem the collar a bit easier. Overall for this project, I needed things to be done quick and clean, so I didn't bother lining stuff and just did things the dull way.
I was gonna quickly do this off screen, but I ironed it on the wrong side. Oh, I need to record it now. Oh. It's fine. This is literally the first thing that I'm doing and it's already going wrong. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna succeed today and do it nice and proper and everybody's gonna be happy and I'm gonna be happy and I'm not gonna make any more mistakes because I'm a smart girl. Which way was it cut? This way? Maybe.
You know, I can't make a project without losing my mind a little bit. The collar is actually a separate piece and it only needs to be fitted around the doll's neck for a closure. While I had the black thread in the machine, I added the black cuffs to the sleeves so I could rethread the machine once for the rest of the shirt. I started attaching some things together and would like to now welcome you to the segment titled "This is Too Funny Not to Include in the Video," and also guess what K-pop song I'm listening to while I try to record footage from more angles so you think the video is more interesting. I'm not sure which part of the clip is supposed to capture your attention the most, but let me know. Was it the mystery song, my silly face, or the actual extra sewing?
These eyes are looking at you.
With some finishing touches and a zipper in the back, the shirt is basically ready. It took 3 prototypes to get there, and a few hours of Pinterest browsing to come up with a not boring, a bit sexy colored shirt.
This might be the tough part. Because tiny zippers be like, ah! Ooh, ooh. Ooh, okay. I like it.
Something so stylized as a Hazbin Hotel character needs a stylized sculpt.
So I'm transforming one of the free Smart Doll models into an alien. It was a very quick job and I loved sculpting this face. She's so precious. She looks like a cat alien. And it looks like I could use some help from the big boss of our workshop herself. And of course she tried to quote some memes.